The Tower Experience. In his later writings, Luther reports of an experience which accounted for his reformed spirit. He calls it the Tower Experience. Essentially, it was an experience of freedom and the discovery of the ever-taught mercy of God, which came to him in the form of a lightning. It was an illumination. He began to feel the truth in a certain way about his relationship with God, and which influenced him a lot. At the climax of Luther's experience of the insurmountable and condemning force of concupiscence, permanent sin in man, in which Luther was constantly plagued with the fear of losing his salvation, he came across the text of Romans 1:17. It is in the gospel, the good news, that the justice of God is revealed. God justifies the sinner, even as he continues to be a sinner. In other words, you cannot earn your salvation through your good works. This sentence appeared to Luther like an illumination, a flash of lightning which occasioned from then on, for a Luther, a radical new understanding of God, a radical new understanding of sin, of man, and of justification. The dating of this experience is still very much discussed. However, Luther's own interpretation of it as communicating a radically new understanding of the justice of God has led many scholars to situate it in 1514. That is, in the second half of his lecture on the Psalms. Whatever the doubts, it must be held for certain that it took place before his lecture on the Romans in 1515, 1516. This is because in this letter and in this lecture, we find already in a developed form the reform ideas of Luther fully developed. Furthermore, in a letter to his confrere in monastic life, dated 8 April 1516, Luther speaks about the discovery of a truth with regard to the justice of God, decisive for his salvation.